Welcome to Panama. I'm going to be exploring some of the best places that you can visit in Panama today, things to do and fun places you can check out. So I'm going inspired by Passport Heavy to visit Panama City, and I'm going to share my own experience as to what I've seen so far, and I've experienced so many things today. It's very hot, considering the fact that I'm coming from Canada, but I don't regret it at all. Surprised me about Panama City is exactly how diverse it is. They've got descendants from Africa, especially Congo and West Africa, as well as Europeans such as the Spanish conquerors, the Greek people, the Jewish community, the Indian community, and the indigenous people who settled there. Mix it up with some Latin language and you get this amazing culture, and there's nowhere else in the world that is like Panama City. And I'm looking forward to exploring everything that's exciting here, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. I'm going to be giving you tips that you need in Panama, as well as the best places to go to have fun in Panama. It's my first time traveling in 3 years, and for some reasons Panama was my first choice country to visit. They have amazing weather and I was already vaccinated, allowing me a smooth transition into the country. I grabbed my favorite snack in the airport, and after 5 hours of flight, welcome to Panama. The airport is located 45 minutes away from the city, so you can expect another long drive. The area I stayed is called Bella Vista, which is close to all the fancy restaurants and the great spots, and I would advise you to stay there. Afterwards, I met up with my guide. I'd like people to know about Panama.
About Panama, weather that is like this.
Oh yeah, the weather is better. It's better. Yeah.
So it's all year like this. If you compare with Canada, like
I hate it in Canada. Yeah. When I saw rain was going to fall, I thought it was like a rain in Canada, so I brought my coat.
Yeah. Okay.
But when I landed, I was like, oh shit, it's not gonna be like Canada.
No, if you open here for weathercast, like you will see that every day, like it's kind of like a storm, but that is not.
It doesn't.
No, you just have in a one moment you have a shower when that passed, like that's all, like 30 minutes.
30 minutes and that's it. That's amazing. That's amazing.
That is good thing about Panama.
Yep. Casco Viejo, also known as San Felipe, is the historic district of Panama City. Completed and settled in 1673, it was built following the near total destruction of the original Panama City in 1671, when the later was attacked by pirates and was designated a World Heritage in 1997. You can find colorful shops, colorful stops, as well as different historical sites that represented the old Panama City. You can also find amazing restaurants here, which I'm going to show you guys on my favorites later in the video, so just keep on watching. You also find the oldest castle that survived an earthquake, the earthquake that shattered the city, and it stands very strong, and one of the most expensive hotels in Panama City can be found in this district. The church plays a huge role in Latin America, and you get to see it as it transverses the different parts of the country. So there are lots of churches that can be found in Casco Viejo. There's the Church of San Jose, Church of La Merced, Church of Santo Domingo, as well as the Church of San Francisco de Asís. The next spot I visited is pretty much like going to Paris and not seeing the Eiffel Tower, or going to London and not seeing the Buckingham Palace. It's nowhere else but the amazing Panama Canal. My trip to Panama would obviously not be complete without visiting the amazing Panama Canal, where I've seen a ship sail from the starting point to the end point, and I have to say, considering the volume of trade that flows on these two lines, it's arguably the most valuable strip of concrete cement in the world. And it's gone beyond impressing me. They have a strip for regular ships and another lock for extremely large ships. And it's definitely a place you have to visit while you're in Panama. It's cool. The canal is a lot more complicated than I thought it was. For example, it takes about 6 to 7 hours for a ship to complete a trip across the canal. It might seem long, but without the Panama Canal, it would take 3 months for any ship to cross through the South American continent. And the canal generates about $3 billion to the Panamese government on an annual basis. And it's very rich in history. The very identity of Panama as a country, the events that shaped this country, is tied to this canal. Panama is filled with fascinating people, and as the wealthiest country in Central America, it attracts a lot of people from its neighboring countries, which allowed me to meet this fascinating lady from Ecuador. Where is she? It's okay. So where is she from?
From Ecuador.
Ecuador. Oh, amazing.
You have no in Panama like you. En Panama, ella tiene una competencia.
Sí, una competencia en el Hotel Panamá, by Paranda Grande.
Okay, in Panama she has now like a competition, and that's why they came like to participate in that competition.
Amazing. So what is the name of the competition?
All Dance.
¿Cómo?
All Dance Panama.
All Dance Panama. I think she's going to be the best at it. I think she's going to be the best at it. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Panama City, being a melting pot, hosts meals from different parts of the Central America, and I went to check out this Caribbean restaurant called Caribe. It's a popular restaurant in Bella Vista where I stayed, and the food did not disappoint. I had a quick meet up with the owner of the restaurant where we just had a quick chat about the meals. Right.
Hello, I'm Al. Welcome to El Caribe. We're a Caribbean restaurant located in Panama City, Panama.
That's amazing. So this is what I'm having. This is a
maracuya, which is passion fruit, fresh passion fruit with cherries.
Oh, and amazing.
You're going to be eating curry chicken with rice and peas, which is a local favorite.
I'm looking forward to it. Most of the things I've been having were not sweet.
This one is sweet.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
They don't like sweet one here, right?
It looks sweet.
After that amazing Caribbean lunch from La Caribe, the next place I went is called Biomusio. It's a museum focused on the natural history of Panama, whose isthmus was formed very recently in geological time, with major impact on the ecology of the Western Hemisphere. It's located in the Armada Causeway Bay in Panama City, which is one of the nicest areas, and was designed by renowned architect Frank Gehry. This is Gary's first design for Latin America. The design was conceived in 1999 and the museum opened on October 2nd, 2014. It was closed unfortunately when I visited, but I got an opportunity to view the building and I was impressed. The final place I checked out in Panama City is Cinta Costera. It's a seaside walk that follows the shores of Panama Bay and features recreational areas and green spaces, sport facilities and bike paths. A very popular spot, especially on weekends, which brings together all of Panama, a mashup of athletes, couples and families out on a stroll, slopping on ice cream. You also enjoy a view of the city skyline from the modern district and the look-at-me skyscrapers at the old colonial quarters. There is another great vantage point at the Mirador del Pacífico, a 15-acre landfill backwaters that became one of the most city-visited attractions. Other standout at La Cinta sites include the food stalls, as well as just the people generally, which makes it very exciting. And that marked the end of my trip to Panama City, one of the best cities and a great way to start my tour of Latin America.